our third and final game in our triple header here, the Commissioner's Cup game between the British Columbia Bombers and the Palm Spring Power. I'm Andres Tejeda, along with Josh Sperber. We get set underway here for the Commissioner's Cup. First pitch misses high for ball one, and we're underway. A great matchup between the top two teams here. Only game that will not end in an elimination. It will just determine the first seed of the playoffs. We had the other four teams play today. We had a victory with the Chill and a victory with the Grizzly. So they will move on. Next pitch misses high. Ball three. The winner of today's game will get to pick which of the two to face on Monday for our semifinals. And the winner of those two games will play on Tuesday at 12 p.m. for the playoffs championship here at the 2022 Cal Winter League. There's a get-me-over fastball for a call for a strike, 3-1.
And the Bombers have an advantage on the mound. Obviously, the count only 3-1, but Kyle Johnson has a major league fastball in his arsenal.
This one fouled off for strike two. As we had first pitch at 2:15, 86 degrees, not a cloud in sight here at Palm Springs, California, at historic and beautiful Palm Springs Stadium. And these two teams faced off yesterday, and Josh, as you said, Kyle Johnson on the mound for the Bombers. He is a top prospect here. A couple scouts out here to watch him today. So he'll try to help the Bombers place that first seed here in the playoffs. Jubilee at a full count here. Swung hit to the shortstop, a soft ground ball tossed over to first by Brad to Jones for out number one.
And a routine play for Brad. He's just one of those guys that keeps on getting better as today goes on. As the season goes on, both at the plate and the field, he's so smooth at shortstop, and obviously we know about his power.
That'll be Ronnie Keaton coming up next. We'll get you set up defensively for the Bombers. Left to right in the outfield, you got Freeman, Smith, and Cruz. On the infield, Donady, Pratt, O'Neill, and Jones. From left to right. This pitch misses outside as behind the plate making the great stretch is Felix Alboret. As we mentioned on the mound, the top prospect, and Kyle Johnson. The order for the Power at Jubilee with the ground out. Now it's Keaton. This one called for a strike. It's 1-1. Metzler after. In the fourth spot, it's Thompson. Will be pitching for and hitting for himself. Brugmeyer in right field. Carly in the sixth spot. Barnes in the seventh spot. Barcena afterwards, and Johns to round out the order. This one fouled off. It's now 1-2.
It looks like Zach Thompson and Jacob Expedia have switched uniforms. Thompson usually wears number 30. Today he's wearing 36.
The next pitch coming from Kyle Thompson. He pauses and now fires. Swung on and missed for strike three. Pumped a fastball to Wade.
To the top of the first.
And it's just hard to connect on that fastball. Blowing guys away, that average 97 miles an hour in the first game. He was here last week, and this guy is just very talented.
So now it's Patrick Metzler will come in for the Power, trying to extend the inning with only 2 outs. First pitch called a strike. He's got a great fastball working for him here in the first inning. First two guys going down on a ground out to the shortstop and a swing and a miss, strike three. The next pitch. Swung on and missed, and there goes the bat. Goes flying into the backstop.
And that's how you know that the fastball is just blowing by, guys. If he takes a swing and the bat goes with it, but it looks like Usato's warming up in the Bomber bullpen, so it looks like Johnson will be used as an opener. Gets his inning, gets his audition for some major league scouts in the building, and then Usato should take it away from here.
The next pitch misses high. The 1 ball, 2 strikes to Metzler. It's Kyle Johnson working quickly through the inning. He's got 2 outs on the ground up to short, and a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1-2 is the count. Metzler now fires. Called strike 3 on the outside part of the plate, and he works quickly through the top of the first. Bottom of the first coming up next here at the California Winter League at the Commissioner's Cup. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Today we got the Commissioner's Cup between the British Columbia Bombers and the Palm Springs Power. Defensively, the Power are lined up with Willie Barcena in left, Josh Jubilee in center, Robert Brueggemeyer in right, and Malcolm Smith bringing out the entire family today. As he steps in, he gets called for strike 1. On the infield, it's Carling, Johns, Keaton, and Metzler from left to right. Behind the plate is Landon Barnes, and pitching and hitting for himself today is Zach Thompson. Next pitch misses low. 1-1.
I love seeing the cheering section for players out there, guys bringing their family out to the games here. It's a beautiful place to watch a ball game. And Malcolm Smith clearly playing well in front of his family. Had a couple of doubles and drove in a run yesterday.
Absolutely. You know, and I think you do play better when you got some support here. This one fouled off. 1-2. And this game does not count technically as a playoff game, but rather it is the regular season championship between these two teams. The winner of today's game will be the regular season champ at the California Winter League for 2022. This one's in the dirt, ball 2. 2-2 is the count. And we saw Malcolm Smith batting yesterday in the 5th spot. He's back at the top of the lineup. That's where you've usually seen him, Josh. And he's been all right with the bat, better with the glove defensively as he grounds this one down to third. Picking it up is Carling, hustling down to first, and making the throw is Carling in time. Smith just couldn't beat out the throw.
Yeah, it's rare to see Malcolm Smith not beat out that throw. That's just a strong arm for Carling. Got to the ball really well and just whipped it across the field for the first down.
Now it's Blake Freeman. Blake Freeman batting in the 2nd spot and playing in left field.
Freeman, a guy who's been moved all over the outfield, even pitched in a couple of games. Usually we see him in right or center, but getting some reps in left field today.
No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of the first. Thompson with the next pitch. Misses high outside, 1-1. The down low here on Zach Thompson, pitching wise. He's only pitched in 2 other games. This one's lined down the right field line and fair for a single.
Good piece of hitting there from Blake Freeman. He's got under that ball enough to drive it out to left field. Good job getting
Now batting the first baseman,
the Bombers.
Jones.
His second consecutive win, days back-to-back on the Power.
Josh, you were telling me yesterday an interesting record stat between these two teams. The Power have beaten everyone and have not lost to any other team except for the Bombers. They're 8-1.
They played the Bombers in 6 games this season and lost 5 of that Power's record, 9-5-1 on the year.
Only tied with the Grizzly, but otherwise undefeated. The Power are except against the Bombers, and the Bombers have been their Achilles heel all season long. And honestly, I can see exactly why. They got the pitching, they have the hitting. This is a complete team.
And it's been the case with not just the Power, but really every team.
Mm-hmm.
The Bombers on an 8-game win streak to end off the season as well. Just a really balanced team. And the best teams beat the best teams, and the Bombers have just beat up on the Power in the regular season.
Living up to their namesake, leading, I believe, the league in home runs.
It's just Jacob Cruz.
Yeah, big thanks to Jacob Cruz. He's got 5 homers on the year. Very impressive. This ball in the dirt, and advancing on another wild pitch is Freeman. So going from first to second to third, and the Bombers have a runner in scoring position early.
And this kind of reminds me of that chill game from yesterday. 5 wild pitches thrown by the starters in that one. And Thompson, throwing a couple of them in the dirt.
This is the first game Thompson has ever started. He's only pitched in 2 other innings. Again, only 1 inning pitched in each game he pitched in. He pitched all the way back on the 27th against the Bombers, and then on Sunday on the 6th against the A's. In the game against the Bombers, no hits. Just cleaned out an inning, 1, 2, 3 cleanly. This one swung on and missed for strike 2. He's run it back full.
And Jones, you could tell, was just sitting red based on how far ahead of that breaking ball he was. He was looking to just scorch this ball out of here, but Thompson switched things up on him, changed speeds, and a strike.
The next pitch swung on and tipped foul. Could not handle behind the plate as Barnes, and they'll do it again, 3-2. In that second game against the A's, he allowed 2 hits and 2 strikeouts, but no runs in either appearance. Again, only 2 innings of a sample size here, and he has a runner on third that's threatening to score. That run would come across as an earned run. He reached on an error and moved across on those wild pitches. And here's ball 4 for the runners to be on the corners with 1 out.
That's really nice at bat.
Now batting the catcher,
fouling off.
number 31, Felix Alvarez.
They weren't in the strike zone and working that off when he started off at a 0-2 count.
There's a quality at-bat there from Dre Jones, definitely, working the count. And that'll be Felix Alvarez. He has worn plenty of different jerseys, namely the A's. This one misses in the dirt. The ball 1, 220 on the regular season, finishing with 12 RBIs. Had 9 hits, 6 runs. Next pitch to him called for a strike right down Main Street. As Thompson only 16 pitches in, as runners on the corners. 1 out on a 1-1 count in the first inning. This one hit into center field. Running back on it is Jubilee. Jubilee back at the warning track, making the catch. The runner will tag from third, so it'll be a sacrifice fly. Jones will retreat back to first, and the Bombers have an early 1-0 lead.
A really well hit ball by Felix Averett there. Always hits the ball hard. This time, plenty of distance.
Now batting the shortstop,
Freeman to
number
just walk on
25,
home.
Clifford Pratt.
Denali Clifford Pratt, we know he's got power. He's got 2 homers on the year, one of those homers being the walk-off home run in the one game that they were threatening to lose. Came in and hit that 3-run homer. First pitch, this is high for a ball.
And I was talking to him about that. That was one of those balls that just kept on carrying. Pratt did not think that ball was going to leave the yard, and he hit a home run in his next game. And he told me he just had to hit a no-doubter. And that next one, boy, that got out of here in a hurry. Pratt had smoked another baseball and got himself on the board. Another one of 2 players with multiple home runs on the season. Both of those guys play for the Bombers.
He did not play in yesterday's game. So misses high. It's 3-0. He hit back-to-back home runs in those on that walk-off on the 6th. He had the day off on the 7th and hit another home run on the 8th. In that game of the walk-off, he had 5 RBIs in that game. He finishes the season at an even 300. 3-0 pitch. Hit down and foul. I guess he had the green light on 3-0.
Faith not afraid to give the swing away sign on 3-0. Really seems to be a constant in this strong Bombers lineup, and when you have the bats that Tom Faith has at his disposal, it's certainly easy to just let him keep on hacking.
A new generation of baseball on the 3-0 pitches. This one misses low for ball 4, and the bases are now at full at first and second, with Jones at second and Pratt at first. It'll be Bradley O'Neill.
Number 22,
Be tasked with trying to get the Bombers a couple more runs here.
Good speed on the base pass, particularly Pratt at first base. Jones has some wheels as well. A single could score 1. A ball in the gap. Pretty likely to score both.
First pitch falls in for a called strike. Like a little bit of a breaking ball there, not a zipping fastball. No balls, 1 strike, 2 runners on, 2 outs. That pitch just missed. 1-1. There is some wind, not any strong wind, but enough to keep the flags upright in center field. Wind seems to be blowing from right to left. Advancing to third is Jones, and he'll get in there safely as Barnes successfully blocked it, kept the ball in front of him, and was able to get the throw off, but just not in time. So it'll be ball 2 and stolen bases for Jones and Pratt. O'Neill now has runners in scoring position in second and third as he follows off the next pitch, evening it up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runs, 2 runners on for number 22. Can it get any more? Can it be any more of a coincidence?
It's not a coincidence. This has been planned from day one. I don't know what you're talking about.
The 2-2 pitch with 2 out, 2 runners on is now ball 3.
And now you're right.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
It's been a long day, Andres.
And we haven't had a triple header since Friday of January 21st, about 4 weeks ago. This one fouled off, and they'll do it again.
O'Neill just barely got a piece of that, and that's all you need. Another solid defensive at bat. O'Neill is making Thompson work for this final out.
Josh, I have good news for you. Tomorrow we do have an off day. First off day as we
What's it off?
as we celebrate the 54th Super Bowl.
56.
56th Super Bowl.
The Giants haven't been good in years.
This pitch misses outside. It'll be ball 4. What are they calling it? A strike 3? It's going to be called strike 3. It's a strike 3 call. And there's still some confusion, but we'll go to the break. Called strike 3, 1 hit on 1 run on 29 pitches. The Bombers lead it 1-0. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Top of the second here, as the Bombers lead it 1-0. First pitch swinging is Thompson, and they're going to let it drop. Jones was camped underneath it, but then O'Neill moved in with the RV and said, "It's my spot," and then no one got it. So it'll be a strike 1 as we have a new pitcher in Keyshawn Clark. Not sure we've ever seen him make an appearance on the bump. According to our stats, no, he has not. This is his first outing, first pitch for a strike. Would have gone 1 pitch, 1 out. Now he's going to get another foul ball. It'll be strike 2.
And he's throwing it in on the hands of Zach Thompson here, getting him to swing and just fist away a couple of pitches. Just some jam shots.
Next pitch, swung on, hit down to the second baseman in O'Neill. He'll fly it over to first from Gray Jones. We're out number 1. So a quick out number 1 there.
Keyshawn, the right fielder, number 13.
3 pitches. And
Robert Brugmeyer.
Technically all strikes, but in play. Robert Brugmeyer. He's playing right field and in the heart of the order here in the 5 spot. First pitch. Swung on, popped up on the infield. Underneath it is the shortstop calling for it, Brad. This one's taking a while to come down. Now finally does for out number 2.
Good job by Fred using his glove to block out that sun, positioning himself right underneath.
Now batting the third baseman, number 29.
He'll have 4 pitches. Clark has worked 2 outs. So Robbie Carley. And, you'd think with a position guy who doesn't really have much pitching experience, Clark powered a fastball in there. You'd expect it to be easier for the hitters to hit, but the timing's all off. The next pitch swung on, hitting to deep left center field. Going after it is Smith at the warning track, and left center makes the catch. So only 6 pitches and 3 outs here at the top of the second. Bottom of the second coming up next. Bombers lead it 1-0 here in the Commissioner's Cup. This one swung on into left field as we're back. Diving, kicking off with the leg. It goes into foul territory. Keyshawn Clark heading to second. Thinking about 3-bit. He'll stand up with a double. The newly entered pitcher gets a stand-up double on the first pitch of the at-bat before I can even welcome you back to the bottom of the second.
Well, that's a heck of a welcome right there. Nice little double down the line and almost a play by Willie Morrison at right field. Not bad for a pitcher.
No, not at all. Not too bad for a fielder to pitch. On 6 pitches, he gets out of the top of the second. And now it's Cruz, the dangerous power hitter.
Not everyone's a pitcher, Andre.
No, not everybody is, but I'm still amazed by Keyshawn Clark getting out in 6 pitches. But the dangerous power hitter, 5 home runs on the year here at the Cal Winter League.
And that's more than the number of home runs hit by each team individually, except for the Bombers. He's got 5 of Bombers, I believe, 8 home runs. I know Pratt has 2. And there's just too many power bats in that lineup for the home runs not to be distributed strictly between Pratt and Cruz.
Cruz will finish the year as the champion in OPS, slugging, and RBIs.
5 home runs will help you out there.
Hell yeah. And the home run champion there. It's 5 home runs on the regular season. OPS of 1.523. Came in second in batting average with a 444 average. Slugging an even 100%. Runs batted in, leading the league with 15. He has a runner on second. Could add on to it. This game technically out of the playoffs, but this is a pop fly into shallow right center field. It'll be the shortstop Keaton going all the way out there and catching that one on a fly ball. Route number 1. Clark will stay at second. And that'll be Brett Downey.
The third baseman, number 10, Brett
Other
Downey.
leading stat leaders here on the Bombers. You got Porter. Oh, not Porter. You have Schneider. Came in 5th in the OPS. This one fouled off and out of play for strike 1. Schneider also finishing in second on slugging at 622. The difference between first and second in slugging is phenomenal. It's an even 1.00. Schneider below him with a .622. Over 400 points between the two. Next pitch fouled off.
And to get a slugging percentage in the thousands is just an incredible feat. And again, a big part of that are those home runs from first.
Absolutely.
That's part of your game. You might as well flex it.
Because here's the thing, the 2 through 5 average between 622 and 553. And so if you're getting elite batters hitting in that 600 and 500 and you're at 1,000, you are an elite hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out to Brett Downey.
As a batter, you want to get in the 3-4-5, the 300 batting average, the 400 slugging percentage, and the 400 on base percentage, 500 slugging percentage. Doubling that is crucial.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on down to third base and foul. They'll do it again. 1 and 2 with 1 out. Keyshawn Clark at second base after the stand-up double. They fly out to the shortstop and Ronnie Keaton going all the way to center field is how we got our first out of the inning. And now Downey trying to bring in another run. The pitch swung on into the gap over the shortstop's head and Gavin Johns. The center fielder will pick up the ball. Coming around to score is Keyshawn Clark. Heading into second is Downey, and he'll slide in with a RBI double, and the Bombers lead it 2-0.
Great piece of hitting by Brett Downey. That might be the best we've seen him swing the bat all season long. Right into the gap. Great base running.
The center fielder,
On around.
one,
He was
Malcolm Smith.
RBI double.
And now,
Down the second row.
didn't mean to cut you off there, but now it's Malcolm Smith and the standing ovation from the family. You know, you gotta love it. We don't try to play favorites here, as, you know, broadcasters want to stay unbiased, but representing the California Winter League, you like all the guys. You see them in the hotel, you talk to them. They're kind. No, I don't think I've had any issues with any of the guys here. They're all kind. They all want to talk to you. They all want to, you know, share baseball. I think that's the greatest part about the Cal Winter League is that here are people who take baseball seriously. And if you're a, you know, young prospect, young kid who wants to play baseball, this is the place you want to end up. This pitch is popped up into the shortstop position, and Gavin Johns in short left field for out number 2.
Solid bat as well. The guy is just so locked in, really just relaxed guy, but when he gets on the field, he's a warrior.
Now Blake Freeman, he's 1 for 1 on the day. Runner on second, 2 outs. The pitch swung on and fouled. Donaty at second, not really thinking about taking third. He's got a conservative lead there. Not edging out too far. Now we can see the moon peeking in the distance of the sky as this pitch falls in and misses. It's 1-1. Thompson with pitch number 42 on the way. Swung on up the middle on the right side of second base, left side coming at home. Coming to home is Donady. No throw, and he'll come across safely on the RBI single. They now lead it 3-0.
Another example of heads-up base running. Donady just thinking extra bases where
Now batting the first baseman, number 20.
got it there.
Trey Jones.
Up the middle to help make that happen.
Now it'll be Trey Jones. Trey Jones did not get an official at-bat. Still 0 for 0. He walked his first time, swinging this pitch. Fair on the ground, firing to first. Trey Jones hustling, and he's out for out number 3 from Carling on the chopper to third. So 2 runs come across the score on 3 hits on 14 pitches. Lee Barnes, Barcena, and Johns coming up next for the Power as they're down 3-0 here at the Commissioner's Cup. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Top of the third here in our Commissioner's Cup between the British Columbia Bombers and the Palm Springs Powers. The Bombers lead it 3-0, scoring 1 run in the first and 2 in the bottom of the second. Top of the third, the Power looking to chip away here. Already had 1 shutout game today. Our second game of our triple-header. This is popped up high in the air in foul territory. Underneath it is the catcher, Navarrete, as he makes the basket catch for the first out of the inning. And Keyshawn Clark is back out there efficiently pitching.
Yeah, he is just getting guys to offer. As simple as that.
Now batting the left fielder, number 27, Willie Barcena.
Don't really get good enough wood on that baseball.
Yeah, Willie Barcena to bat now. First pitch, called a strike. As I don't think Clark has thrown a ball yet. Nope, he has 3 pitches strikes against Thompson on the ground up. And another pitch swung on, hit into right field on a line drive. So there is the first hit for the Power as it comes in the third
Now
inning.
batting the shortstop, number 25, Gavin Johns.
The Gavin Johns from the 9 spot. And Keyshawn Clark has pitched nothing but strikes in his 9 pitches. First pitch, another strike in the zone. Did you know that Keyshawn could pitch?
I did not. I've never seen a pitch before.
Putting on a clinic. We have scouts today. This is the guy you want to look at. Taking off from first, throwing from home plate, not in time. Alvarette just missing as Barcena steals. We're actually going to send him back. Not exactly sure. It's catcher interference.
There must be batter interference.
It's got to be.
Jones is walking into the dugout.
So, batter interference. So we're going to have the batter out. Barcena goes back. Move back to the top of the lineup in Josh Jubilee. First pitch. Swung on and missed, and the strikes just keep on coming.
Now batting number 17, Josh Jubilee.
First pitch swinging. There's Josh Jubilee. You can hear his family in the crowd encouraging him here. Taking off again is Barcena, swung and a miss. Pitch going down at the top of the head, and they got him! A dime of a throw from Felix Alvarette from behind the plate on the knees. Absolutely incredible toss. And it hits him right on top of the helmet as Barcena was sliding. Pratt had the glove positioned perfectly. One hit on 7 pitches, and we're out of the inning. Felix Alvarette, Pratt, and O'Neill coming up next.
Albert Crutch,
Welcome back to the California Winter League. Andre Stata here with Josh Sperber. At the Commissioner's Cup between the British Columbia Bombers and the Palm Spring Power. Bombers lead at 3-0. A unique 1-2-3 inning. This one's hit down the line and foul. Or strike number 1. Keyshawn Clark has thrown, let's see here, I believe 12 consecutive strikes, 13 consecutive pitches for strikes, allowing 1 hit on him, which was his low for ball 1. The 1-1 count to Felix Alvarette, who got the last out of the inning on a perfect throw down from his knees to get Barcena stealing at second. I think that's the best throw and caught stealing we've seen all year long. 2-1 the pitch. Swung on, hit into foul territory. Underneath it is Metzler, and it'll go out of play. So even up at 2-2. Keyshawn Clark is eating up innings as Kyle Johnson started the game, but Keyshawn Clark will be in line for the win if he can continue to throw strikes and eat up some innings here. It'll also be huge here. This pitch is in the dirt. It's now full. Keyshawn Clark could continue to throw strikes and eat up a lot more innings. That'd save a lot of arms for the Bombers.
Yeah, I think that's why they use Johnson as just an opener, just trying to save arms. The Bombers look to gain a count winner in the title.
This one hit off the end of the bat and coming in as a center fielder diving. It gets away and rolls past him. Alvarette will go to second, standing up on the double from Felix Alvarette.
And again, just
Now batting to the shortstop,
that one
number 25,
in the middle.
Clifford Brad.
And no one was able to make the squeeze.
Josh Jubilee was running hard and trying to make the sliding grab, but the sun is up in the middle of the sky. It's hard to see. You can see the shadows on the field. The sun is directly behind us. Up the middle, the shortstop picks it up, and he can't handle it. There'll be an error on Gavin Johns. And now runners will be on the corners.
Now batting the second baseman, number 22, Bradley O'Neal.
Pick that up, check the runner, and then go to first, but the lead out is the most important.
Bradley O'Neal 0 for 1. First pitch low and outside in the dirt for ball 1. It fascinates me because the Keyshawn Clark's pitching is something that you usually see sometimes when you have a guy who's never pitched, can throw just strikes, working throughout the inning. Then you have a guy like Zach Thompson, who's not a chirp at him at all. This one goes in the dirt and away, and a run will score on a wild pitch. But that Johnson is currently struggling, and he's pitched before. Runner will advance to second base. That's Clifford Pratt on the wild pitch. The Bombers now have a 4-0 lead as they have scored in every inning. No outs here either. Next pitch in the dirt. It's 3-0. Bradley O'Neal coming in and finishing the game, or finishing the season in 9 different games at 200. The batting average there. 2 RBIs, 4 hits, all of them singles, and 20 at-bats. Carly had some words for Thompson. Pull him down. The next pitch misses high. Ball 4. 4 consecutive pitches for a ball. So runners will be on first and second.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 14, Keyshawn Clark.
The pitcher, Keyshawn Clark, now coming in. Keyshawn Clark
So it's not moving this guy.
is now batting. He had a hit, and he has another one in the gap. Help yourself out, pitcher. 1 run will score as the ball's picked up at the wall. It'll be a stand-up double, and the Bombers take a 5-0 lead. The line drive splits the gap there.
Now batting the right fielder, number 23,
Incredible day for Keyshawn Clark. He has another RBI.
Like, how are the bases loaded?
Clifford Pratt scored.
Oh, the bases run. RBI double.
The Jacob Cruz, who hits one deep into right field. Underneath it is Brugmeyer. Sounded good off the bat. Tagging from third, going home is O'Neal. Throw to third. He's safe. Brugmeyer threw it to Barnes. Barnes tried to throw to Carling as Clark tried to advance on the sac fly to third. He does successfully. It's 6-0 Bombers. So a sacrifice fly advances both runners home and third.
Brett Donady.
And that'll be Brett Donady. He was also 1 for 1. Bombers leading it 6-0 here as the Power just don't have an answer.
At 6 runs on 6 hits, they're doing it very efficiently.
The next pitch from Thompson. Outside and low. Ball 1. The bottom of the third. Bombers scoring in every inning, and actually respectively 1 run in the first, 2 in the second, and now 3 runs in the third. Pitch outside gets away from Barnes, and Clark will come home to score on the wild pitch, making it 7-0 in the third inning.
And another day with pitchers just struggling to find the zone sometimes. Wild pitch number 4 for Zach Thompson. And the Bombers have a massive lead. 7-0 was the score of the Power's only win against the Bombers. And the Bombers already are there here in the third inning.
Pitch misses high, ball 3. Now again, Thompson has only pitched in 2 innings in 2 different games. An inning apiece. He allowed 2 hits his last time around, but also earned 2 strikeouts. This next pitch is in the dirt, and he walks the runner. As I assume they will roll the inning over. Only 1 out was recorded. So 4 runs on 2 hits and an error on 17 pitches. The Power have Jubilee, Keaton, and Metzler coming up next here at the Commissioner's Cup at the California Winter League. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Andre Stata here with Josh Sperber. First pitch from the newly entered Brett Donady. Will go from third to the pitcher's mound. Misses for ball 1. Caulfield will take over at third as Keyshawn Clark's day is over. And I guess a line score for him, 2 innings, 13 pitches, all for strikes, 1 hit. And that is a incredible line score right there. Kyle Johnson pitched only 1 inning and had 15 pitches. This one is fouled off for strike 1, 2-1. Johnson also had 2 more strikeouts as Keyshawn Clark did not. He also did not give up a hit, but still efficient as ever in Keyshawn Clark in the 13 pitches in 2 innings. 2 balls, 1 strike, inside and high, missing 3-1. So we got a couple of the Bombers doing some pulls out there in the outfield. 3 balls, 1 strike to Josh Jubilee. He'll hit this one foul, and the count is full, 3-2. Fans are filling up the middle section here at Palm Springs Stadium as they're getting cooled off in the shade. The sprinklers or the mist system is working overtime as this one is hit right back to Donity on a short ground ball chopper, firing over to first for out number 1.
One thing that you get from all these position players that we've seen in the Calendar League, they all feel their position quite well.
Now batting the second baseman, number 4,
A simple dribble.
Ronnie Keaton.
Clearly picked it up and fired it to first for the out.
Keaton now, he's 0 for 1. First pitch from Donity. This is high for ball 1. In high school, I'll give a shout out to my coach, Coach Higgins. He made sure that every one of his guys could throw for strikes because you didn't know when you needed extra arms. And he could just put anyone on the mound. Said he wanted to make sure that all of us could at least throw strikes. It didn't matter how hard. He didn't care if you only threw a fastball, you threw a meatball. He made sure that we all knew how to throw strikes, and he said if it gets hit, you rely on your defense. And, it paid off. It paid off very well. Our baseball team in high school is very successful. And it's showing here that position players who can pitch are helping out in this exact scenario here. Donity now firing. 2-0 pitch. Swung on and missed for a swing and a miss for strike 1. Count is 3-1 to Keaton. Ronnie Keaton playing second base. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. It's full.
Keaton getting greedy in these last 2 pitches. Got way ahead in the count, 3 balls, and then swung at the next 2.
He's literally digging himself a hole there. Pitch misses outside for ball 4, and so he'll take the free pass from Donity.
I think Donity was trying to get He had been pretty swing happy, but that one just didn't go where he was. The fastball just tailed outside and kept the inning going without adding another out.
This is also Donity's first appearance on the mound as Keaton taking a good lead at first. Next pitch misses outside for ball 1 as Patrick Metzler comes into the plate. Donity usually playing third base or the middle infield. The next pitch taking off is Keaton. Keaton slides into second safely on the ball. And it's now 2-1, or 2-0. 1 out runner on second in Keaton as the Power are trying to cut into the Bombers' 7-0 lead here. And top of the 4th, 2 balls, no strikes. Keaton at second on the stolen base. And Metzler 0 for 1. He swings and chops this one foul. 2-1 now. Josh, as we've entered the playoffs, what are some of your favorite memories from the regular season?
I think definitely when Casey's dog Oz went on the field, I think that'll always be the number one moment. I've never seen a dog run loose on a field before, and that was really entertaining. In terms of actually baseball, that walk-off home run by Clifford Pratt was the first walk-off homer I've ever had the pleasure of calling, so I really enjoyed that as well.
Did a great job with that one, too. I had to say, Giambalvo's cycle was fun to call and watch. He finished his day with a 5-for-5 day and hit the home run, which is probably one of the hardest milestones in the cycle to reach. Funny enough, he started off the day with a triple.
Yeah, he hit the home run in his last at bat.
Talk about drama.
Yeah.
3-2, he's worked the count. Got him looking on strike 3 with the fastball. Out number 2.
Just a beautiful pitch from Doherty there. Got the fastball on the inside corner.
Now batting to the pitcher.
Now pitcher.
Number 36, Zach Thompson.
Zach Thompson will hit for himself. He's 0 for 1 today already. The first pitch to Thompson misses low, ball 1. Keaton at second. Bombers leading 7-0 in the top of the 4th. And Thompson 0 for 1. This one hit off to third base on a few hops. Firing to first. For out number 3 is Caulfield, the new third baseman. And we're out of the inning. Bottom of the 4th coming up next here at the California Winter League Commissioner Cup. The Bombers lead at 7-0. Welcome to the California Winter League. Commissioner's Cup underway. The bottom of the 4th, and Malcolm Smith. You know when you hear the cheering, it's Malcolm Smith. He's 0 for 2 today. And a shout out to MJ Moore for bringing up some popcorn in the intermission. Just counted MJ for a whole bunch of great stuff here.
Our operations staff here does a great job keeping us working. These guys have a playing field to play on.
Absolutely, they work every day. Working on the field, drawing the lines, pitching the grass. You see some of the patterns they got out there. They do it all. 2 balls, 1 strike to Malcolm Smith. Misses outside. Actually, it'll be called a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The newly entered pitcher in Andrew Gayton. Gayton signed a contract with the Windy City Thunderbolts as it's a foul tip out on Malcolm Smith.
Batting left fielder, number 16, Blake Freeman.
Get all the way around on that, just barely got a piece of the ball. Barnes did well to make the grab, and first batter, the center fielder, Gaten faces. Struck out.
First pitch misses low for ball 1 to Blake Freeman, the left fielder. He's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. He came across to score the first run of the game on the sac fly. This pitch misses inside, ball 2. The sacrifice fly by Felix Alvarette would score him in the first. In the second, he had that other single. And he would not advance past first base. Next pitch misses high and away, ball 3. And Gayton, a lot of pitching debuts for these guys in the Cal Winter League. I think you said it earlier, Josh, these guys are just trying to save arms for the actual games that are going to matter a little bit later in the year.
Yeah, I think both these managers are comfortable playing any other player in the league as that one is held behind the plate by Freeman. It don't really matter who they play in the playoffs, but they will be there, both the Bombers and the Power. So it looks like Bake and the manager for the Power, Casey Dill, are just saving their arms.
And that's ball 4. 4 balls, 1 strike.
Batting the first baseman, number 20, Dre Jones.
Freeman advances to first. Dre Jones will come up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. First pitch to Dre Jones. Swung on, hit in the opposite direction past Keaton for a single, and the runner will advance to second. These guys are doing it all here. Single into right field on the ground.
Number 31, Felix Alvarette.
The Felix Alvarette now. He's 1 for 1.
Where are you from?
Felix Alvarette had the double, the sac fly. First pitch called a strike. Alvarette would come around to score the 4th run of the inning on a wild pitch. Reached third on the air, hitting the double. This one hit down in between the third and shortstop. And the runners will all advance 1 more base on the hard ground ball to left field.
Jay, looking for you. Dude.
1 out in the inning, and the bases are loaded.
MJ. You sound like Lou Rawls, man.
Yeah, Clifford Pratt up to the plate. Bases are loaded, 1 out. Called strike 1 on the inside part of the plate.
Bases loaded, 1 out for Pratt, too. The not attacking on the first pitch is Pratt, just feeling out Gayton. He's got a big chance to drive in a couple more runs and grow the Bombers a pretty large lead.
The O'Neill next. He's in the 6th spot and on deck. And after O'Neill, it'd be Caulfield. This pitch hits the zone for a strike. 1 and 2, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. Bases are loaded for the Bombers. Gayton fires. This one hit into center field on a line. And sliding, can't make the catch. Jubilee traps the ball, keeps it in front of him. So each runner will advance 1 base and a run will score. The Bombers lead at 8-0.
Almost an incredible play by Josh Jubilee, not an easy one to make, sliding
Number 22,
hard line drive by Pratt
O'Neill.
down right in front of Jubilee.
Ball in the dirt
Danny Fontana.
to Bradley O'Neill. It's now 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Bases are loaded. Jones, Alvarette, and Pratt left to right around the bases. This one now falls in for a strike. It's 1-1. Dayton fires. This one swung and missed. A big swing from O'Neill. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases are loaded. Andrew Gayton fires. This one popped up in the infield. They're calling the infield fly. As Metzler will make the grab on the infield fly here.
And that's a big at bat from Andrew Gayton, inducing the weak contact. If you have the bases loaded and can get out without moving the runners, you are doing very well.
Andrew Caulfield will come up in his first at bat. He took the spot of Keyshawn Clark, who finished his day 2 for 2 with 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, and only 13 pitches, all for strikes. Not a bad day.
Yeah, solid day on the mound for Clark, a day at the plate as well, and Caulfield, an accomplished hitter in his own right.
This one popped out into right field. Brugmeyer coming in. Going out is Keaton, the shortstop, and he'll make the catch route number 3. Keaton running all the way out into right field, short right field, for the final out. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors on 23 pitches as Brugmeyer, Carling, and Barnes for the power in the top of the 5th here at the Commissioner Cup at the California Winter League. Welcome back to the California Winter League. As we're just having a dandy old time here, is Jacob Cruz, the power hitter. It's now to see if he can be a power pitcher, taking the mound. Peterson, who's a pitcher, is now taking Cruz's spot. It's a Freaky Friday situation as they both switch spots. I don't know if Peterson's ever been in the outfield.
I didn't even realize he was a position player at all until he hit for himself yesterday.
The next pitch lined just over the glove of Caulfield as he jumps. It'll be a line drive single to lead off the inning.
A good piece of hitting from Brugmeyer there. Caulfield so close to making that play. Over at third.
29.
But
Robbie Harley.
for the power. chance to do some damage as we have a courtesy runner. It's going to be Marcus Page running for Brueggemeyer.
Page has a good lead. This one popped out into center field. Malcolm Smith had to run back on it a few steps, but coming back in for the fly out for out number one. Probably Landon Barnes, he's 0 for 1.
Batting for the catcher, number 5, Landon Barnes.
Landon Barnes had a foul pop out to the catcher his last time up in the third inning. This game has been moving along quickly. This one lined. They can't make the catch. Is Caulfield firing over to first, and he gets some anyways. So a put out on the 5-3 put out there. Smith or Page will advance to second.
Now batting for the left fielder, number 27, Willie Barcena.
The Willie Barcena now, as he's talking to his manager. Not sure about what. Finally giving him a bit of a friendly slap there on the side, and Barcena now smiling, coming in to dig in at the plate. Marcus Page at second, 2 outs for Cruz. Mitch missing outside for ball 1. Pitch on low and inside for ball 2. Willie Barcena. This one hit into deep or shallow right field. Running in is Peterson, and it'll be dropped. O'Neal won't be able to make the play. It'll be a RBI single as Page will come all the way around to score, and the Power finally on the board. Page was running on those 2 outs, and that's exactly what you do there. You keep on running. Run on anything with 2 outs. A new hitter for Gavin Johns comes in. Bryce Foster will get to hit for himself here.
Bryce Foster.
On deck is Josh Jubilee. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'll have to ask Foster when was the last time he hit for himself. Swung on and missed a huge swing and a miss there. One ball.
Oddly enough, it's Robert Brueggemeyer warming up in the bullpen.
Wow. A foul ball. 1 and 2. So again, earlier today, the Grizzly and the Chill, winners in both the playoff games. As the umpire will make a play for himself, making a catch on the foul ball there as it bounced in between him and the catcher. Making the catch with his right bare hand. 1-2 pitch. This one hit into left field. Great sound off the bat. But it'll be lined out to Freeman out in left field. That was a loud crack. 2 hits on 1 run on 13 pitches. Cruz, Peterson, and Smith up for the Bombers. They lead it 8-1. Robert Brugmeyer on the mound. Gayton will take his spot in right field. Bruce now batting. He's 0 for 1 and winging after his pitching debut. Called a strike. 0 and 1. Missing outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, bottom of the 5th. 8-1 the score. The Bombers leading it. The pitch from Brugmeyer. Swung on and missed, fouled off. 1 and 2. We've seen everybody on that pitching mound today, Josh.
And it looks like we might see one more. Malcolm Smith is warming up in the bullpen for the Bombers.
Wow. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brugmeyer with the pitch. Swung on down and foul down the first baseline to Metzler. They'll do it again, 1 and 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Brugmeyer firing home. Missing outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Give you another defensive look here as this pitch misses outside, ball 3. So Barcena's now in left, Jubilee still in center, Gayton at right. Carling at third. Foster, who's usually just a pitcher, is at shortstop, so we'll see how he does on any balls hit and play. Keaton at second and Metzler at first. This one hit down to second, and Keaton gets through him all the way out into right field. It'll be an error on the hard ground ball. Did not get the glove down.
Flashbacks to Bill Buckner just at second base. Love making that reference, but unfortunate because Ronnie Keaton, usually quite an adept fielder, just went right through his glove. Looks like we have a pinch hitter. It's Usato who's pinch hitting now.
Everybody grab a bat and a helmet. Usato swinging at the first pitch. A hefty swing there. The top 2 teams in the league just having some fun here today. This ball called a strike. 0 and 2. Usato would like to make some contact here in his first at-bat here at the Cal Winter League. He makes contact and he's going to get it to short. Firing from short and making the play is Foster. Have yourself a day, pitchers.
Right, guys, pay attention. Malcolm's up.
For the ground ball. Control it now. Foster makes the throw over. Cruz advances to second. And hooping and hollering from the fans. You know who's up. Malcolm Smith. He's 0 for 3.
And Sato also listed as an outfielder, so you might see him come into center field if Malcolm Smith does in fact pitch.
Line drive, pop by the third baseman. Carling picks it up, fires the first, not in time. It'll be a base hit for Malcolm Smith. The throw is made on time, and Smith beat out the throw. Cruz will stay at second base. He did not advance. I don't think that's Freeman at the plate. Actually, it is Freeman, so it'll be a called strike to him. He's 2 for 2 today.
Oh, I stuck out there.
Leave the hot bat in the lineup, even if you are up by now.
This one chopped to short, firing over to second. Foster with the toss. Is he there? He got it. Bryce Foster better have yourself a defensive day. You should be playing the infield more often. So a 4-6-3 double play ends the bottom of the fifth. We're having fun here at the Cal Winter League at the Commissioner's Cup. Top of the sixth. Coming up next, Bombers lead at 8-1. Welcome back to the California Winter League, and making some noise are the fans. It is Malcolm Smith, ladies and gentlemen, on the mound. We're having some fun here. All the players are having some fun here in front of a, I'd say, good packed house here. Everyone mostly in the shade, enjoying the mist. First pitch to Josh Jubilee is fouled off. Bombers leading at 8-1. So it'll be Ronnie Keaton batting second. Metzler in the hole, and then it'll be Gayton. Some new defensive shift. So Bruce will go back into right field. Schneider will come into left. Freeman will move from left to center for Smith to come in and pitch. The next pitch, low and outside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, missed outside and low. 2 balls, 1 strike. I think when you're the two top teams in baseball, you get to have a little fun in this game that's meant for you, you know? Swung on and missed a big swing from Josh Jubilee. 0 for 2. I'm just loving all the support Malcolm Smith is getting here. Every pitch he throws, he gets some claps. Some great just words of encouragement as Jubilee will get his first hit on a hard ground ball all the way into left field. Schneider picks it up and fires it into second.
Now batting the second baseman,
It'll be a leadoff single.
Ronnie Keaton.
Yeah, just right in the gap between short and third. Scintillating from Jubilee, but he's going to keep it simple and getting the job done with the leadoff hitter on base.
You know, that's what you can do to start a comeback. When down by 8, the Power wanting to get on any way they can. First pitch misses low to Keaton. Keaton's 0 for 1. He had a strikeout and a walk, had a stolen base in his second at bat when he walked. Outside for ball 2. That's hitting the hour 30 mark here. In game 3 of our triple header. Pitch misses outside, ball 3. Top of the 6th. The runner on first, Malcolm Smith, on his 9th pitch here. Getting up the leadoff single, Josh Jubilee. Swung on and fouled off. 3-1. That pitch was well outside, but I think Keaton wanted the at-bat to keep going, so he just stuck the wood out there. 3-1 pitch from Smith. And he swings and misses on that pitch. 3-2.
Yeah. Give us another one now. Come, let's go.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Jubilee at first, no outs. In the dirt for ball 4. The runners will move up a base respectively.
Now batting for first baseman, number 15.
It'll be Metzler, 0 for 2. He had a strikeout looking and a strikeout swinging in his 2 at-bats in the first and the 4th inning. First pitch from Smith. Check swing. Did he go? They're going to ask the umpire at first. Yes, he did. There's strike 1.
All right, Malcolm.
The 0-1 pitch. Low in the dirt. 1-1. Runners at first and second in Jubilee and Keaton. Smith having yet to record his first out in his first appearance on the mound in the California Winter League. This pitch swung on and fouled. It's now 1-2.
All right. Right now, right.
Josh, who are some of the guys that stand out most to you on these teams that you're looking forward to seeing in the playoffs?
Definitely Joe Scambolari. Really enjoy watching him pitch. I'd like to see more of Bryce Foster at shortstop.
This one lined into right field. Cruz picking it up, running around and scoring his Jubilee. And the runners will advance from first to third and second to home. And the Power now trailing 8-2 on the RBI single.
Now
That's a
batting,
good piece of hitting from Patrick Metzler.
Andrew Dayton.
Took it the opposite way with good power. Just a better job by Cruz to run that ball down and limit Metzler's hit to just a single.
Smith still having yet to record a first out. This one swung on and fouled out for strike 1. Smith has only walked one other batter today. Surprisingly, only one batter has been walked. This one swung on into left field. Tagging is Keaton. Throwing home is Schneider. It'll be cut off by Caulfield. And it'll be a sac fly. The runner at first will stay. And Malcolm Smith gets his first recorded out as a pitcher.
Yeah, but a run still comes home.
Now batting for right fielder,
From Dayton there. Didn't get all of it, but enough opposite way to bring the runner home as Brugemeyer will head up to the plate.
Brugmeyer's 1 for 2 today. Next pitch misses inside. Brugmeyer had a single and flew out to the shortstop earlier. This one swung into right field, and it's going to fall for another base hit. And the runners will advance to first and second.
Another opposite field hit for the Power there. Brugemeyer
now batting
to
for
right
third
field
baseman,
runners
number
from station
29,
to station.
Robbie Carling.
Now Robbie Carling. Robbie Carling is 0 for 2. He flew out twice to center field, going both of them to the wall. This pitch inside, missing for ball 1. Line score right now, the Power trailing the Bombers 3-8. This one hit down the line and fair. The umpire calls it fair and it lands on the line all the way into the corner. One runs into the ground to score. And it'll be Brugmeyer to stop at third for the RBI double. And the Power have cut it in half.
Runs really starting to pile on. Last couple of at-bats, only going 2 pitches and 6 contact made.
Number 5,
Drive in
Barnes.
fly, and now the RBI double by Barnes.
Landon Barnes now coming in. He's 0 for 2. Had a pop fly out to the catcher in foul territory. Grounded out to the third baseman in his last at-bat. That last at-bat coming in the last inning. This pitch misses outside for ball 1.
5. We have 5 now.
You mentioned Scamboluri as a guy that you were excited to see. Anyone on the Bombers that you're excited to watch? So this one's hit deep into left field. Going back at the track and making a leaping catch at the warning track is Schneider. A great defensive catch out there. It'll be a sac fly. Carling stays at second, and the Power cut it down to just 3 runs as they now trail 5-8.
Still a huge inning for the Power. For a second, that ball from Barnes looked like it might leave the yard. But either way, good contact. And just letting the runs come in. Both outs have been productive for the Power in this inning.
Barcena takes high for ball 1. Carling taking a large lead, about a quarter of the way to third. No one covering him as he inches closer and closer over to third base. Now taking the secondary, about a third of the way there. This is outside and high. It's 2-0 on Willie Barcena. Barcena has 2 singles on the day. He was caught stealing on a just dime of a throw from Felix Alvarez. This pitch misses outside for ball 3. Smith struggling on the mound. Again, not your typical pitcher. He's allowed 4 hits on 4 runs, all of them earned in 1 walk. Not recorded a strikeout yet, and there's ball 4. That's his second walk as they'll roll over the inning as the Power will allow 4 runs to come across. They now trail 5-8. Bombers with the lead. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up next here at the Commissioner's Cup. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Julian Hunt on the mound for the Power. First pitch he throws for a strike to Dre Jones. Dre Jones is 1 for 2 today. He has a walk. This one now hit up the middle. Keaton's there, firing from the outfield for out number 1.
Keaton making that look easy, but he's on the outfield grass there. A tough hop that he was able to handle cleanly.
Now batting the catcher, number 31.
Able to grab it in the glove to get the first down.
Now Felix Aburet, the signed catcher. One of our earlier signings in the year. This one swung on, hit into left field. Camping underneath it is Barcena, as he'll make the one-handed grab for out number 2.
Now batting to the shortstop, number 25. Clifford Pratt.
That'll be Clifford Pratt. Another dangerous hitter. Let's see if he can do anything here with Julian Hunt on the mound. 3 pitches, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. The Bombers leading at 8-5.
That was wild, yeah. I saw that.
And this is low, ball 1. Foster still at short.
I mean,
You know what? Keep him out there. He did pretty well in his last half inning.
He's been playing shortstop for years. Obviously a great arm as a guy who throws a fastball around 90 miles an hour, but you don't expect him to look so natural. Shortstop position.
you are for that.
Ball 2, 2-0, and 2 outs.
How do you like BMPA?
And this is inside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Or no strikes. 3 balls, no strikes to Clifford Pratt. The pitch swung on into center field. Jubilee overestimated it. Came in early with this ball all the way to the wall. That'll be a stand-up double for Clifford Pratt.
Pratt's been seeing the ball really well off the bat today, especially his last 2 at-bats, an RBI single, and now a double he bounced on the warning track. Really well hit ball.
Now batting the second baseman, number 22. Bradley O'Neal.
Now Bradley O'Neal, he's 0 for 2 today. Now fans just getting into it, realizing that they're all having fun out there and cheering on every single batter coming up to the plate. You love to see the fans getting into it.
That's just the camaraderie in this California Winter League. I love seeing that. It's just there's some good connections between all the players in this league, and it translates to the fans too, which is just so nice to see.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Bombers leading at 8-5. This one gets way outside behind O'Neal, and Pratt will advance on the wild pitch to third base. The Bombers could use some insurance runs here as the Power have been able to come back and cut that lead down. They were down 8-0 and have found their way back 8-5. And a lot of these pitchers are seeing their first time on the mound, as both of these managers are going to save their arms for the games that they will face an elimination, as this one's now fouled off for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The next pitch grounded down third and foul as Carling was chasing it down the line, but it's now 2-2 with 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on third. Hunt will strike away from getting out of the inning, putting up a donut on the board. The pitch swung on and fouled. They'll do it one more time. Hunt gets one more chance.
Other than the wild pitch, Hunt still looked pretty good on the hill there. I'd expect the guys who play shortstop more consistently to have the arms for the pumping in strikes.
Well, Josh, at this point, they might call us to go down there.
Oh, I'm ready. I got a 55-mile-an-hour fastball coming from these guys.
Pitch low in the dirt, 3-2. He's run it full. Runner in Clifford Pratt at third base. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Julian Hunt sets. And now fires home. Misses outside for ball 4, and the runner will go to first. Runner's now on the corners.
It would be this game. If you want to go out, like, he might give you a
Now batting, number 24, Andrew Caulfield.
Andrew Caulfield will come up now. Give my grandmother a shout out. Her birthday today, turning 80 years old. All the way back home in Chicago. Happy birthday, your grandmother. Yeah. He's raised 7 kids. A big family thanks to her. A lot of aunts and uncles. Lots of cousins too. Awesome. And really holding that family together. 80 strong years. Happy birthday to Grandma. All the way from warm Palm Springs, sending you guys some warmth. This one hit up the middle to guess who? Bryce Foster. He underhands it over to Keaton for the fielder's choice, and they're out of the inning without a run coming across the power. Last chance to take over the lead here. The Bombers have 3 outs in their way for taking the number 1 spot and choosing who they will play in the semifinals of the playoffs starting Monday. We'll be back from the Commissioner's Cup here at the California League in Palm Springs Stadium. Welcome back to the California Winter League. Leading off the inning is the man that's too smooth at short. It's Bryce Foster. He had a line out into left field. First pitch outside for ball 1, and he'll have to face Kevin Curley, the only guy we've really seen outside of the starter who pitches in this game. I don't know if there's any other word you could just say. He's the only pitcher outside of the starter, Kyle Johnson, who only went 1 inning today.
I wish we could have seen more of him. That fastball still looked like it had plenty of zip.
Well, speaking of zip, Curley tosses in a fastball, and Foster can keep up with it. He hits it foul.
For a pitcher, he looks really smooth at shortstop on this. You know, I talked about this during the break.
Yeah,
As good as Foster is as a shortstop, he looks like a strong fielder at short.
This one fouled off again, and I don't know if you noticed, but Foster's not wearing batting gloves.
Old school. I love it.
So just adding more to just how smooth and cool he is as a ball player. Count is 1-2.
We got two more pitchers in the on-deck circle. It looks like coming up next will be Samuel Kornstad and Joe Scambaluri's in the hole.
Foster sends this one high in the air. Freeman making the catch in center field on the fly ball putout, or the fly out. And now it'll be Samuel Kornstad. Wow.
Now batting for the Power, number 28.
Samuel Kornstad will inevitably, if they are able to roll this inning or come back, he'll play center field.
Or he'll just pinch hit and then
Probably.
go back. Who knows?
This pitch called a strike. 0-1.
Due up with three pitchers to start the inning off for the Power. Who'd have thought?
Yep, up next on this pitch, misses outside. It's Scambaluri. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The Power.
If Scambaluri can hit, I'm calling every National League scout.
He's the next Shohei Ohtani.
I don't know about that.
Well, we got to see if he can hit first.
Yeah. If he hits a home run, he's the next show.
Yeah, call everybody you know. Call your guys back in South Bend. I'll call my guys back at the Twins.
There you go. Although it's universal DH, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. 2-1 pitch. Low. 3-1 as Kornstad working the count. Staying staunch in the plate as Curley is pitching around him for some reason. Maybe you know something about Kornstad that we don't.
Scared of that pitcher power right there.
3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. That was a hack and a half. 3-2. I guess Kornstad had the green light there on the 3-1 pitch. Now, hour 50 here as he swings and misses for out number 2. The Bombers are 1 out away from being the number 1 seed here at the California Winter League.
Now batting, number 9, Joe
It's up to Joe Scambaluri.
And another pitcher is on deck for the Power if Scambaluri can get on base. Jacob Espedia is in the on-deck circle.
The pitch. Huge hack, and you hear the Power bench just giving him a hard time with that swing and a miss, but that was a hack. Kevin Curley back. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I really want him to get a base hit here now.
I'm guessing by the cheers that Scambaluri has not swung a bat.
No, he definitely is
Usually
not.
a guy who has pitched his whole baseball career, but the Power bench is loving it.
Next pitch got him on strikes. 3 pitches, 3 swings and misses. And Scambaluri said, he gave me the curveball. He hit the curveball. I couldn't hit it. But either way, the final score, the British Columbia Bombers 8, the Palm Springs Powers 5. An incredible day here in the Commissioner's Cup.
8-5.
As again, the final score, give you the final line score for the Palm Springs Power, 5 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors. The British Columbia Bombers, 8 runs on 11 hits, no errors. Josh, any final thoughts about today's game, or what do you look forward to in the playoffs?
Always fun to see a bunch of pitchers hit. Not how I thought this game would go, but great to see the pitchers getting a chance at the plate. Still a save's going to have to be awarded. Kevin Curley's going to get a save in this game. So you get a win for Kyle
Hope
Johnson.
to see you back here for more
Starting debut in the
for the
CW.
playoffs.
Save.
Thank you all so much for another great day out here in the ballpark.
Both teams
And we'll see you back here tomorrow.
solid.
For more
Going
action.
to make for an interesting
Everybody
game.
drive home safely.
Surprisingly, Keyshawn Clark, out of all the pitchers for the Bombers, had pitched the most innings with 2 innings, so he'll get the win today, coming in for Kyle Johnson in the second inning, pitching all the way into the third. And what a line score. 13 pitches, 100% strikes, only allowing 1 hit, no runs, no strikeouts, no walks. So an effective outing for him in his debut. Again, the losing pitch will be Zach Thompson. 2 1/3 innings, 60 pitches, 48% of that for strikes, 6 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned, 1 strikeout, and 4 walks. For Josh Sperber and the PA announcer Mitch Glessner, I'm Andre Seda. We have an off day tomorrow. Enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday with family and friends. We'll see you all back here on Monday with games at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. Keep an eye out on our social media to see what the matchups will be, because we have the Grizzly and the Chill facing off against either one of these teams. Again, they will choose at the end of the day who they will play. So keep an eye on our social media posts by Noah Fish, our marketing director. And again, games will start at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. on Monday, February 14th. That's Valentine's Day. So come bring your sweetheart out